morning and welcome to Sun and Fun Live today. I'm Amanda Hawley from WFLA News Channel 8, and today I'm here with my co-host Eric Crump, our VP and COO.
This guy.
Yeah,
I don't look anything like Gene.
Of the Aerospace Center for Excellence.
Thanks, Amanda. We made it through day 2 of Sun and Fun. Wednesday was jam-packed with activity. We have a full Warbird ramp, and here is a live look at the east end of our show right now. We had our night air show last night, fireworks spectacular. Spectacle is definitely the word to describe that. More on that in just a minute. Coming up on the show is a guest from the islands of Bahamas and some info on the big event tonight.
Very excited about that. Remember, though, to hit that thumbs up button and leave a comment. If you haven't already subscribed, make sure you do that as well so you never miss any info from Sun and Fun. Should we get started?
I think so.
All right.
I think that's the point of doing the live show, isn't it?
Let's get the latest, Eric.
Okay. So, Amanda, we ended the day with a huge night air show and fireworks. I was actually sitting on the crowd line right at the fence, and I still have part of my eyebrows. It was an absolutely incredible show. For anybody who came and saw the fireworks last year, everybody on Saturday night was like, "That was amazing. How will you ever do more than that?" And so I was sitting around a lot of people that I knew. And one of our directors came up to me after the show and said, "I have no idea what that cost, but it was worth every penny of it." And I mean, it's not that you have to always go above and beyond, but wow, what an incredible show.
The way that everything worked together, the drones, the lasers, the fireworks, the music, the fireworks themselves. Let's take a look. We have a clip.
Let's look at it.
If you weren't here, you felt those while you were standing in the crowd line, but that's a little bit of a time lapse there of the entire firework event last night. I think Gene said it was 17 minutes yesterday, and it was a jam-packed 17 minutes.
Yeah, if you're going to do a finale, do a 17-minute finale.
And that's just, the fireworks. The air show itself, the night air show, was really awesome. We were just talking about the paramotors, the fireworks coming off of those.
That's the first time they've done that in the U.S.
Wow.
Yeah.
Right here at Sun and Fun for the 50th.
I know, right?
All right.
Do it big.
Thank you for that update, Eric. It's now time to look at the weather. Today might be a little bit of a challenge at Sun and Fun. We do have some storms on the way in. So here's the 4-day forecast. Today's the only day that I'm kind of highlighting in red. The rest of the weekend is going to look absolutely great. But today, there is a possibility for some strong storms. Heads up, we were just issued a tornado watch, and that means that conditions are favorable when the storms come in for the possibility of those stronger storms, possibly even an isolated tornado. I'm more concerned about wind coming in with some of these storms. I've been keeping an eye on the future radar, obviously local meteorologist here in the Tampa Bay area, and
we appreciate that, by the way.
There could be some pretty strong wind gusts with some of these storms that come in. Timing between 2 and 4, so make sure you have the Sun and Fun app to get any alerts there. Also, just going to push my app. The WFLA weather app is really great as well. It's going to give you a real-time alert if storms do end up becoming severe.
I mean, so we like you because you're you, but we really also like that you bring the weather expertise to the table too. So thank you very much for doing that.
No problem.
The Innovation Showcase is new this year to the Sun and Fun Aerospace Expo. We invited a limited number of cutting-edge companies to attend the expo and display emerging and innovative aviation technology. Gene calls it the Jetson stuff. Now, some of these companies are very new startups, so take a look at what they have to offer.
Hey, I'm Steve O'Connor. I'm the owner of Fly Breezy LLC. We make wind-powered USB chargers. What they do is they charge your GoPro cameras for when you're flying. The biggest issue right now is GoPro cameras. It's the battery life. You got a 30-minute battery life if you're recording high def, and it's just not enough for pilots. So if you use one of these, as long as you're flying, it'll charge it indefinitely.
Hi, I am Santino. I represent Vittorazzi Motors, and today we are introducing the Cosmos fuel inject system, new technology, US patent, and very fast plug-and-play system.
Hi, I'm Fabian Lin, founder of FlightSim.com. As you can tell, we are releasing the world's first affordable modular control loading yoke for flight simulation. What this will do is going to help pilots, student pilots, flight sim enthusiasts fly with a flight simulator in a more realistic manner. No more spring yokes, baby. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Scott Denston. I'm a founder of the Easy Weather Brief Progressive Web App. The Easy Weather Brief Progressive Web App is designed for general aviation pilots to do pre-flight planning. Specifically, it takes into account your personal weather minimums so that we can look along your route of flight and determine your personal risk for each and every flight you take. And we provide something called the Departure Advisor, which tells you exactly when it is best to depart for those weather conditions that meet your personal minimums.
All right, hi, my name's Grant Hoover. I'm with Aileronics, and we're developing Sentinel. So it's a computer vision co-pilot product that you mount on your windscreen, and it continuously scans the outside environment for traffic, airplanes, birds, anything in the air that's an airborne hazard, sends it to your iPad, and it helps increase your visual situational awareness.
Hi, my name is Sheena Banker, and I'm with Volatus Infrastructure and Energy Solutions. We have a high amperage charging station that charges electric aircraft, eVTOLs, yachts, semis, and then we also do a modular vertiport for the eVTOLs.
Hey guys, my name is Milko. I'm the founder and CEO of Aerospace Technologies. We're developing Goose, your digital co-pilot. Goose is like an Alexa for the cockpit. You can just ask for any airport information, ATIS frequencies, or just run through your checklist via voice. I want you to go to the App Store right now and search for Goose, your digital co-pilot. Download it, be a maverick, and fly with Goose.
Hey, my name's Jace Digit McCown. I'm with Lift Aircraft, and this is our vehicle. It is an electric vertical takeoff and landing ultralight aircraft, which means that you can pilot this without a pilot's license. Liftaircraft.com to come and book a flight to fly this machine. We give you about an hour of training, and then you hit the seat and hit the skies all on your own.
Hi, I'm Eric from Materialize, and I'm here at Sun & Fun to showcase Materialize's 3D printing capabilities for the aviation industry, printing flight-ready parts for the whole of the aviation value chain. Among others, this titanium 3D printed parts for this amazing aircraft.
Hi, my name is Hugh MacDonald, and I own a company called Precision Agricultural Services. We are a Part 137 agricultural operator. We use UAVs, like you see behind me, to do various applications of pesticides, fertilizers, and any other chemical that could be dispersed from an aircraft.
That's really cool stuff.
Yeah, there's a lot of interesting things.
As you can see, there's some interesting ideas out there, and Sun & Fun is proud to have these globally situated companies with us for our 50th fly-in. So, Amanda.
Yes.
You held on us a little bit yesterday. You took a flight, and I think you have some video to show of your adventure in the skies.
Yeah, it was really cool. So before the 9 a.m. live yesterday, I got a chance to fly with the Titan Aero team and in their T6, and we have some video to show of that because it was a really cool opportunity. Got loaded up really quick in the morning there, and we took off. We actually got to fly in formation, which was really cool. I haven't had an opportunity to do that before. So
you look miserable.
Right, I know. The smile, you know, it probably could be a little bigger. But it was really cool. It was really interesting to see how close we were to the other planes and how if one plane, you know, had a movement, the others reacted as well. We were able to get some nice shots of the Titan team there. So really cool. We did some maneuvers. We actually did the first 3 maneuvers that they do in their show that you will see here at Sun & Fun. A loop, a wing over, and a barrel roll, I believe, is what we did. So there's a little bit of a time lapse. It's a little easier to see when you're moving a little bit quicker. Otherwise, we were talking about this yesterday, Eric, how when you're in the sky, it's a little hard to see perspective. So we got to do some loops, and it was a really great experience. So I appreciate.
So who's your cinematographer? They're really great with a camera.
Oh, well, I was also the photographer in this case, holding the camera at me toward the front. We were up there for about 25 minutes, and we had some really nice weather. Obviously, a little bit of overcast skies there, but it was in the morning, so we didn't have any thermals to worry about just yet. And we landed safely back on the ground. So it was a really great opportunity. I appreciate that with the team for that experience.
So now you've done the Blue Angels flight.
I have done that. It was a little different than that.
A little different. You get sucked into your seat a little bit more than in a T6.
More, yeah.
But so I just out of curiosity, if you had to fly yourself in the F-18 or the T6, which would you choose?
Like
you're
me flying?
You're moving the controls.
Oh, well, maybe probably the F-18.
I would pick the T6.
Really?
It's just so graceful. And I mean, I like going fast, but
it was a really cool airplane, I will say.
It's just a beautiful way to fly. Well, thanks for sharing that with us, Amanda. Next, when we come back from break, we're going to have a quick chat about why we're here.
Yes.
It's not just about frivolity and fun at the Sun and Fun fly-in. It's also, we're here for a reason and a purpose. We're going to talk about that when Sun and Fun Live continues after this break.
I grew up in Nassau, and it's where I found my roots, so it's got a special place in my heart. The thundering pulse of its junkanoo music inspires dancing in the streets, larger-than-life pageantry, and celebrations week on end. It's more than our capital. It's the heart and soul of our nation. The islands of the Bahamas. Fly away.
I love aircraft, and so I love working on airplanes, and I love being around airplanes.
I got that bug at an early age.
There's no better feeling than watching that plane that you've worked on all day, put all this time and effort in, take off safely with all the people on board.
I've been with the company for 25 years, and in the last 12 months, we have seen this meteoric rise in the level of performance and achievement.
The goal of Piedmont is to provide a safe operation.
We all learn from each other. We're constantly revolutionizing what we do, giving our customers the best experience possible, and we're having a good time doing it.
My favorite part about working for Piedmont are the flight benefits. So I always tell people how awesome it is to be able to fly wherever you want to go for free.
I could not beat basically this offer to work here. It definitely is a great place to start.
I don't see myself anywhere else, and I have a home here.
Welcome back to Sun and Fun Live today. We want to remind you to help us spread the word about this live stream. Remember to leave a comment and use the hashtag SNF24. Mash that thumbs up button. Share us too. It really helps us out and helps you out in the future to get our updates. Another live look though outside at the Warbird ramp. A lot happens at this year's 50th Sun and Fun Aerospace Expo. It's the core. We're looking at the core, getting some real-time updates for you. But that is a live look outside from Sun and Fun. A little cloudy, a little breezy, but a nice morning to start off day 3 here.
I've been able to fly a couple of those airplanes, and they are a lot of fun.
They are?
They are.
We'll have to go check them out.
Yeah, they're good.
All right, so we are going to move on to our workshops. Yesterday, I got a chance to go out there and experience them a little bit. They have been a big part of the experience. Learning how to build your own airplane is the driving force behind the workshops, covering every build or repair detail. Our Sun and Fun Aerospace Expo TV correspondents, including me, report. We're here at the outside hands-on workshops where pilots and young aspiring pilots are learning how to work on and build aircraft.
That's right. And so a lot of these young folks are going to learn everything there is from fabrication to engines to welding. So we just want to see and take a peek inside what they're learning.
So we just we're learning how to do fabrication on airplanes.
And you just built this?
Yeah, so we just took a class. We started with the metal frame, and we used the fabrication and learned how to iron it and put it on and glue it on.
And the instructor here kind of walked you through step by step. Tell me a little bit about that.
So he kind of told us about it and then showed us how to do it, and then we just put it together just like he did.
Yeah, so we actually just finished a project with Zenith. They did a really cool project for us to make a binder. So they showed us they taught us how to drill these rivets in and shoot them. And we actually made a binder with some instructions of what it actually looks like to build the airplane. The guys are pretty knowledgeable, so I even asked them questions about, how does the kits come? Do they already come pre-drilled? And he said they did. So I'm like, wow, this is pretty easy. I mean, I think it's just kind of follow the instructions and you should be able to build an airplane.
We're here in the woodworking area, and we met a pilot who's actually learning how to do woodworksmanship, but you're not going to believe who I'm talking to. So let me introduce you to Captain Cool.
Hi, my name is Captain Jen Cool. I am a Czech pilot on the 737 for United Airlines, so I'm a flight instructor basically on the 737.
Awesome, and that's really her name. So Captain Cool, will you share with our audience a little bit about what you're learning here in this woodworking tools area?
So I'm here today. I have my best friend and my nephew with me, and we're learning how to make wooden ribs for a wood-built airplane. So one of the most basic structures of the plane. So we're starting with a pile of sticks, basically, and making a rib. I've been coming here for over 25 years. I'm volunteer most years, and every year I come, they're like, "Is your plane done yet?" And I'm like, "No, it's not," but that's okay. So someday I'm actually going to fly it down here and be like, "Finally, it's complete."
So it seems like a lot of folks out here at the hands-on workshops learned a lot. They had a lot of fun.
Yeah, absolutely. They learned everything from how to start from square one or how to take an existing aircraft and fix it and improve it. And the one consensus we got from everybody is this is not going to be a 6 or 12 month project. So for sure, plan on more time unless you're retired. Bobby Giles.
Amanda Holly for Aerospace Expo TV.
Wow. Up next, we get info on the Bash, my favorite event of the event, when we return to Sun and Fun Live today.
It's where we find community, and it's where the heart is. Dreamfinders Homes, homes built to fit your lifestyle.
Light the way with D2 Mach 1 Pro, the smartwatch for pilots with a built-in flashlight. D2 Mach 1 Pro features a brilliant 1.4-inch touchscreen AMOLED display and up to 25 days of battery. D2 Mach 1 Pro includes an aeronautical database to give you airport information and direct-to navigation, including a moving map and HSI. Light the way with D2 Mach 1 Pro.
In the Air Force, we fly airplanes. Our job is to put those aircraft in the sky.
Service it, gas it up, do the inspection, keep it mission ready. None of these jets would make it off the ground without us.
We deal in high-stakes situations, a lot of moving parts, while still maintaining that fast-paced.
We're all working towards one mission. A lot of the work is done in teams.
You get to drive and operate all kinds of equipment, from towing trailers to lifting each individual weapon.
Never do anything alone. Somebody's always got your back. We rely on each other as technical experts to know how we're going to get it fixed.
You will not find a harder working group of people than U.S. Air Force maintainers. We're a little gritty, but we get the job done.
Welcome back, and thank you for sticking with us on Sun and Fun Live today as we take another look outside on the air side. I think we're near the core at this point.
That's
again,
just at the corner of the FA safety building.
There we go. See, look at. It's helpful to have.
I've been driving around for 3 days. I kind of know where everything is. Yeah.
It's an awesome live look there. We'll have another live look at the end of the broadcast. But another reminder to give a thumbs up, leave a comment, use the hashtag SNF24 to help us spread the word about the channels and our live streams here. We must not forget that Sun and Fun, though, is here to raise support for the aerospace education. The support for the Aerospace Center for Excellence is front and center in all of this. This is 1 week out of 52 weeks of the year, Eric.
Right. So whenever anybody says, so what do you do? what is your job? I try to explain to people that I'm the other 51 weeks of the year. So you've had the opportunity to hear from our CEO, Gene Conrad, who is equally responsible for the Aerospace Center for Excellence, our parent organization, as well as the Sun and Fun Aerospace Expo. My job is the Aerospace Center for Excellence. It's what I do. It's my passion. You know this, but probably better than anybody. I sincerely believe that the best path to a brighter future is to inspire kids today to look at the sky. I really do believe that. That was my personal experience. And thankfully, I was introduced to aviation at a young age, had the opportunity actually to solo in an airplane before I drove a car. So I soloed on my 16th birthday, which was a Sunday. And then I did fail my driving test on Monday, but that's a different story. Because of my experience, I think it's my passion, but it's also my responsibility, my duty to pay that forward. But the Aerospace Center for Excellence we're busy year round. I mean, you know this. You've been here year round. We're always busy, and so when we pack up the tent village out there, we go right back to work doing our work.
Inspiring that next generation. And we have seen, the products that have come out of the Aerospace Center for Excellence. You were just telling me about a student that came to one of our events and now has a job because of something that the Aerospace Center for Excellence put on.
To come straight out of engineering school and go directly to work for a DoD contractor. You make
an impact.
You dream about that kind of stuff, and then to have that opportunity. But again, that's not us. And again, I want to emphasize, the Aerospace Center for Excellence is only as good as its partners, right? So I don't work as a DoD contractor, but I have a friend that does. So I asked him to come and speak. And because he came and spoke, shared his story, this young lady found her way into the career. You've been here to speak and to share your story, which is actually kind of awesome. You did not go into your life thinking you were going to be a TV meteorologist. That was not the plan. But I think that's such an important lesson, right? Like, I think kids today are concerned about failure, right? And they worry that if they were to fail, they'll never be able to succeed. And one of my favorite quotes is a short quote, but it's "fail forward." Right, so we're always fail often, just fail forward. Right, where are we going next? And in my experience, I think this is maybe my 12th aviation job. I haven't been fired from any of them. I just kept finding other aviation jobs I wanted to do. Yeah. And how cool that you get to take your primary education, connect that with your love of aviation, learn about the weather, and get to do all this crazy stuff that you get to do. But it's because
I've definitely kind of paved my own way.
Right.
I love it. I continue to see what's next on the horizon, and I think that's what the Aerospace Center for Excellence is about.
And I think we have to keep our eyes open, and we have to encourage our youth to do the same thing.
Yes, and so tonight is a big night for the week of Sun and Fun, but most specifically for the Aerospace Center for Excellence.
Right.
Tell us a little bit about the bash.
So this 6 days is a huge fundraiser for the Aerospace Center for Excellence, but tonight specifically is our bash fundraiser. So we call it a party with a purpose. The food is fantastic, and we have an excellent silent auction, an incredible live auction with new items this year you're coming.
Yes, I'll be there.
I don't want to ruin
I'm
it for you,
excited.
but it's going to blow your mind. There's some really awesome opportunities on the table this year, and we're excited this year. Our partners at the Ray Foundation are matching dollar for dollar every dollar we raise tonight up to $150,000. So we have the opportunity to really come away from tonight with funding to really see us through. I mean, you may not realize out there, but 50% of our operational funding for the year comes from these 6 days.
Yeah.
It's very important to our organization and what we do the other 51 weeks of the year. So we're very excited about the Bash Big Reveal tonight. go in there before we cover it up with drapes so you can see, but no one else will know. Okay. It's gonna be an awesome event.
And I will say that every year the Bash picks something specific to raise money for. Can you talk a little bit about what you're going to raise money for tonight?
Yeah, so specifically tonight we're looking at elevating, if you will, pardon the pun, our Florida Air Museum. We're calling it Florida Air Museum 3.0. We're adding interactivity in every exhibit inside the Florida Air Museum to really make sure that we are promoting aviation for everyone. People of every age should be able to come in and enjoy the museum. Last year we raised money for our playground, which is under construction right now. We're very excited about that. We'll show progress and renderings for the people for what they funded last year. And then in addition to the kiosks, we're also looking to fund a full motion Redbird MX2 simulator branded as Crazy Horse. So we're going to have our own P-51 Mustang full motion simulator in the museum. So I know where you're going to be when you're not working.
Right. I'll be driving back and forth every day like I have been. That's perfectly fine with me. But that's really cool because that is for the kids to then eventually use when we raise the money and when it's all built. So that's what we're here for tonight, specifically talking about the Bash.
Yeah, I can't wait.
I'm very excited.
I look forward to the show every year, but the Bash is just a really great opportunity tonight specifically to celebrate our pioneers. It's the 50th fly-in, you know, and to look and see when they were pulling palmetto roots out there, having no idea that it would look like this one day. We get to celebrate that and move forward.
I'm very excited. But before we get to the Bash, we have day 3 ahead of us. Talk a little bit about the highlights.
Yeah, that's the end of the day, right?
Yeah, I know.
So we have
the Bash is at the very end of the day.
To get through before that. So if you have a young person in your cadre and you have not checked out Junior Aces yet, make sure that you do that. Between the Skylab Innovation Center, the Bueller Restoration Center, and then also our Junior Aces tent, tons of hands-on activities for kids to do, including really cool things like soldering your own aviation band radio, flying flight simulators, playing virtual reality, and also just getting the opportunity to put your hands on aviation. Seeing it, watching videos, it's all great, right? But to be able to actually touch it, to be able to experience it, that's what it's about, right? To give the kids a connection.
Sparks the inspiration, yeah.
Right, absolutely. Beyond that, once you get into the core area, man, it's packed. I mean, Gina said this before. There are no exhibit spaces left at Sun and Fun. There's no dirt to put anybody else on. The entire campus is full of static displays, manufacturer displays, vendors selling everything you can imagine. I mean, you saw the innovation showcase.
Right.
That's amazing. We have the flight sim experience in the Future in Flight Plaza. I know Gene calls Innovation Showcase the jets and stuff. I went in Flight Sim Experience yesterday. Everything's virtual reality. It is. You got a 737 simulator that you wouldn't know you weren't in an actual 737 when you got the mask on. It's
all
incredible.
Things that you can come and check out.
Incredible technology. It's all here.
It's exciting.
Yeah, and then there's airplanes fly around in the afternoon
and that happens too.
Gene will be so mad if I don't talk about the air show, right? So the air show is awesome. Obviously,
it is fun.
And the Thunderbirds arrived today.
Yes.
So that's incredible. The Thunderbirds will fly Friday, Saturday, Sunday to close the air show on each of those 3 days. But the team arrives today. Don't tell anybody, but I actually like the arrival day the best because a gazillion passes over the crowd. It just hypes everybody up. It's so much fun. Don't tell them I said that.
I won't. Nobody will know. But we do have to talk about the weather one more time before we wrap up here our day 3 Sun and Fun Live today. Talking about the weather again, today might be a little bit of a challenge for some of the air show because we'll have a line of storms coming through. It's a little bit of a cold front, so that is going to give us some nice weather for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Not worried about a thing for those days. It's just today, the middle of the afternoon. Make sure you have a way to get weather alerts because a couple of the storms could be on the strong side, but we are looking at a couple of heavy downpours moving through between about 1 and 4 o'clock. I'm giving the timing of the storms. Outside of that, you already feel it. It's windy, so make sure you're not wearing a hat or anything today, and stay safe during the storms as they arrive.
Yeah, it's a little humid out there.
It is
you could cut the humidity with a knife.
Give me 12 hours.
You're going to make it right.
And it's going away.
That's why you're here.
Yeah.
That's the whole reason. Thank you, Amanda. That's another quick half hour. Thanks for joining us today.
And we will be back tomorrow morning with Sun and Fun Live today. Of course, again, on every single morning here, we're going to be live through Sunday. We'll be here with the latest information, special guests, and inside info for your Sun and Fun Aviation Expo experience. So join us at 9 a.m. Eastern for Sun and Fun Live today. Until then, thanks for watching.
Thanks, guys.